They pick Tree here.
Tree Phoenix. Ooh, Venge.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay.
Maybe IG then get Tree.
I don't know if... Did IG play Tree before? I don't think they did. I think they picked Disruptor +1. I'm going to go for their opening two.
I'm going to go...
Or Shadow Demon's pretty good, actually, as well.
Tree Phoenix.
Ooh. I'm going to go Shadow Demon.
Okay.
Screw Phoenix.
Damn. Well, yeah, Phoenix is... He wasn't in the last game either, wasn't he?
Yeah, because I think if you pick Shadow Demon, you cover yourself from, like, Lunas and TVs and stuff, right? So it's pretty good. And, like, Deuces, potentially.
You can still pick it in the second pick.
Team pick.
Yeah, you can. But
there's the Mirana, so probably Mirana Shadow Demon at this point.
you're not going to pick Venge Shadow Demon as a support duo, so they can just wait to see what gets picked here by CDEC.
Or would you?
Maybe you would. I think it also takes it away from CDEC, actually, this Mirana. Like, obviously they like it on IG, and I'm glad they're going a different direction with their draft. Like, this Nyx wasn't... I think Nyx was actually probably one of the more impactful heroes that game.
Mars. That kind of screams Phoenix a little bit. That Mars arena down, Phoenix egg at the same time. Wouldn't be too shocking.
10 seconds remaining.
Do they want to pick the double support opening again on IG?
5 seconds.
It's quite like if they just picked like Ember or something here, maybe.
Radiant
Because I feel
team back.
like, or maybe they just pick Morphling as well as their go-to, right? No, they just get the support duo.
Okay. So go to the Ogre, 7 armor, right? You know, just run at him. Go with the Orb of Venom.
Team ban.
I don't know if I like this though. Like, it's good against Mars in the lane as well, which is nice. And like, we've been seeing more and more Ogre from a lot of these Chinese teams.
Yeah.
Usually the hero they're just comfortable with. Like, it buffs up your cores as well, helps them farm, which is nice.
Radiant
Helps them
team
fight as
back.
well.
Yeah,
They bounty, so.
but they've already got Venge. Like, they've already got the minus armor to deal with the early heavy armor impact from Ogre Magi.
Team ban.
Like, are they?
Yeah,
Gonna, well, they're not going to be.
Yeah,
they're not
won't be
laning
lined up against the Ogre, I don't think.
Yeah, unless they change that. But
yeah,
could we see maybe? Nah, I was gonna say maybe 4 Mars or 4 Mars to go like. Yeah, you can go 5 Mars like SAG did and lost with it both times. But because I'm thinking like minus armor immediately. Like we've seen the Venge and the Sword Art together. I think twice in this event.
I was gonna say definitely do what SAG did this tournament.
Yeah, well,
not to be rude, but you know they had a rough time.
Sorry guys, but when you finish the group stage 1 and 6,
10 seconds remaining.
and you play Mars 5 twice, and it just doesn't do anything.
5 seconds
Then-
remaining.
Sorry.
Early on, to be fair.
It did okay. I think we're just being overcritical of it in retrospect. And they banned the Phoenix, so they actually go to ban that Phoenix, take it away from the potential Mars Arena, that combination coming down, and Ursa banned by CDEC, so 1 more ban for IG.
Yeah, it's like the double Sunder thing again, though, right? Sorry, not double Sunder, double save. I thought because we saw it with TB the last game, but TB and more for the 2 ones in the pool at the moment for me that still stand out.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if IG didn't look towards heading to that Morphling, because it's something they're so comfortable with. And it works well with the Ogre as well. Like, they could play it safely if they wanted to. And something in them off same with Mirana that makes sense to me. Like, you know, this level 2 timing. I still want to see Sand none of these teams seem to like it, but
well, and it's JT hero. Like, JT is so good with Sand King. If there's any team that's gonna pick it, it would be them. So I'm a little surprised it hasn't picked up the entire event. That's for sure.
Sure. I'm still looking forward to seeing if CDEC win the series, then one group will have won all the games in the playoffs. Love it. I'm going to keep saying it. Because I feel like that never happens. Ever.
Taking a lot of time here.
Yeah, it's a long think, isn't it?
Team pick.
Ends up being the PL. It's not Morphling or
Dragon Knight.
or the TB, and they go DK. So DK's been, DK's been mid, DK's been off lane. I'm pretty sure we saw DK, was it JT, right? Yeah, so
he went to like that Midas SMY Axe build last time we saw JT play DK, which is actually pretty cool.
It was odd, but it worked.
5 seconds remaining.
So we'll see now that obviously the ball is back in CDEC's court, what they want to do. Phoenix obviously banned. They got stunned with one of their supports. Do we see Shadow Shaman? Would it be worth it? I know you love this support, so I kind of try to bring it up, see if it would fit in a lineup like this.
I think they might just look at going TB again.
Well,
again,
not again.
I mean, IG played last, but we'll see TB again. Is what I mean. Because they need to pair some hero up with the Venge, right? Like, I think TB's okay. Like, Luna's another one that I would think about, but I don't know how much I like it versus their lineup. Also, I'm really surprised IG banned the Phoenix, because they have this Morana as well, right? Like, it's supposed to be this one-to-one counter. They could think about picking something, like, picking their other support here and then waiting to see what the other side laner is for IG, potentially.
Skywrath May.
Ooh, so after Skywrath, the entire event, we've seen him twice in one day.
This is interesting. It's really good against the DK later on in the game, right? Like until he gets BKB and stuff, because the hero is like all
10
physical armor reduction and stuff.
I honestly think they saw Vici play it and how well that combination worked. Like the spear with Mystic Flare was dirty until they started then committing the Fire Snap Cookie to get those heroes off the wall. But now you don't have that Snapfire against you, and I think it's going to be pretty effective here, especially if you can get a quick enough 6 on your Sky.
For sure. And the other thing I like is we've been seeing a lot of these dual off lanes that have a huge amount of burst damage when they hit like level 2 and stuff. And Mars Skywrath is another one. We've seen it, like you say, we saw it once today already. And they just gave the Morphling on IG. I mean, what a massive surprise. I'd actually quite like to see Veno here for CDEC. I know they like this hero. XM's played it before. It lanes really well against DK and Morphling. And they don't have any really deals with Veno at the moment. Like, it just makes their lanes insanely strong.
Remaining.
Didn't want CDEC picking Veno even when it wasn't that good before.
Yeah, when I was suggesting it, you were giving me a whole bunch of flack for it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't feel that good. And Anti-Mage gets picked up here for CEC. That's going to be Ame's hero. Could they throw the Skywrath mid?
No. Please do that.
10 seconds remaining.
That's cool. I tried.
And I'm going to say, again, I'd still like to see the Veno. I actually think it's still really good. Aim's okay. It doesn't work well with the Venge, though, really. Like,
but if we
yeah, you go first. Come on.
If you're going to go to the Veno, are you going to throw the Mars mid?
I mean, you put the Veno against, like, you put the AM against who the Veno doesn't do well against, I think, most of the
10
time.
seconds remaining.
And then you were saying about the Venge and the Anti-Mage. Sorry to cut you off on that one.
Yeah, like, this Venge for Spirit, whenever it's been picked up, it's been picked with something that works really well with it as the core. We've seen, like, TB a lot. Is it just TB we've seen with the Venge today, actually? Like, I feel like Luna, you know, like... Anti-Mage isn't really the same kind of hero, because you can't, like, put the pressure in the lane, right? But, the TB does. Like, with meta and things.
So ban the Kunkka, ban the Lycan.
10 seconds remaining.
Who is it? No, Ember's already banned. We always talk about Lycan, who the heroes he's able to run down very easily. They'll ban the Centaur, get rid of that lockdown. So maybe they're thinking that it's not JDK, but Emo's the not.
It could be either.
Yeah, it could be Emo Morphling. Obviously, Fi likes the Morphling, but I think the last time I said Fi was going to play the Morphling, it ended up being Emo instead.
I'd actually really like to see it be safe lane here, I think. Up against the Mars Sky. And then they pick a different mid hero last. I think they need some burst out. Like, sorry, not burst out. They need a little bit of extra lockdown here on CDEC. some early game engagement, like tempo, like that works well with the Mars.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
don't want them to pick something too greedy here.
5 seconds remaining.
So mids that are Void Spirit's gone, Kunk is gone,
Ember's gone.
Wop,
Pop's gone,
Ember.
Viper, Puck, like,
a lot of mids are gone, but at the end of the day, Dragon Tail, like Ogre's done. This Adaptive Strike 2, could you go something like Storm?
no, it's too greedy.
Yeah.
You need something that doesn't need as much farm to come online. Maybe like Timber or something might be interesting.
Maybe go to the Venom.
I could still go Venom as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they could put Sky mid. I don't know. I don't really like it, but
Venom.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. What a
There we go,
call!
Mo.
I'm so happy with myself actually.
Nice. Nicely done. I'm a proud co-caster.
XM loves this hero.
10 seconds remaining.
So I'm thinking that this DK is still going to be
5 seconds remaining.
JT's hero, but
But now who
What do you-
you need somebody that
what do you
lanes
go to?
against the Veno, right?
would you go Legion?
Yeah, like they need to pick a
Choose your
different.
hero.
Oh,
Okay.
oh God.
I don't know if I
Okay,
like that.
it's not awful.
I guess I'm just having it set in my mind that I wanted a Legion commander, and then going into a Beastmaster like that, it's just not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It gives them really good like group up potential, like with the aura and stuff as well. It doesn't give them the team fight I thought they needed. And again, I feel like Venlo has a free lane no matter where it goes. And like, okay, they're gonna put Morphling against the Venlo, which is probably the best bet. But like, I don't know how good that is. The thing is, what I like about this Venlo is it's a good spirit vessel hero as well. It's like you're playing against DK Morphling, like you have the poison sting on top, like you have so much damage over time coming through, and it gives them a little bit of extra team fight in the what's the ult called? Poison something Nova, I think it is.
Yeah. You got it.
And it just makes space for the AM. Like it can fight early on. I haven't seen this Morphling versus Venom matchup in quite a while. I wonder how it goes. I feel like Morphling does really well in the early levels, but you know, like level 3, 4, it starts to really hurt.
Yeah, Venomous Gale can really be a pain, especially if you're going to get a rotation over, which you might. Like, Skywrath could waltz his way over, or Victoria. I think those are two heroes that are certainly capable of doing so. You throw a concussive shot out there, you get that slow, and all of a sudden, maybe Morphling feels a little bit vulnerable. XM, he'll be on this. I know SRF also plays Venom.
Yeah. I don't think you want to put the Mars mid though. I think you want to give the Venom the farm priority. Like, with the... Sorry, not the farm priority, the XP priority, because of how good of a Venom game it is.
So Ame will be on the anti-mage. We've seen pretty much 14-minute battle furies. That'll probably be the gauge of how well the game's going for him.
And he should have a relatively okay time, I think, AM. Because he has... Oh no, he had to Venge in the lane actually, didn't he? Maybe Beast should be fine. Maybe Armin must struggle a little bit here.
Prepare for battle.
Against Beastmaster?
No, I feel like Beastmaster does really well. Because he has some Morana as well. Like, I think Venge really does anything. Like... I don't know. I think there's potential for Victoria to just die down here as well if the boards start stacking up on him with an arrow. And I feel like Mars DK is just like a trade lane. Pretty boring. So this Venom, by the way, when you play it, if you take Poison Sting, the damage that it does, so it does 6 DPS, but effectively what it does, it gives you 6 extra damage
30 seconds
because
to battle.
it instantly applies the poison straight away. So you know you have 53 damage to work with, but it turns into 59 because of this Poison Sting. So it makes your laning a little bit easier too.
Then, of course, Veno dealing with that HP regen reduction. So, you know, how well will this go for Emo? Are you expecting rotations to come out, like, from CDC? Because I definitely could see it from Skywrath and the Venge in my mind, but is it worth it?
I think wait for their time, like they can play around Arena, but I think they need to wait for this Veno to farm like a Spirit Vessel before they really like start roaming around and taking fights. Like they don't really have any like spells to play off right apart from Arena Spear. Oh, he's actually gonna Bloodlust the Morphling mid at level 1 then TP. That's interesting. Is Emo in trouble? Jesus. Yeah, and you can salve through the Poison Sting as well.
But already doing a big chunk there on Emo, and that, you know, you're not going to get away with that when he now has Venomous Gale, and you can look at the damage that he's already able to accomplish, and it's definitely not going to feel great. Although XM sitting at about half health, he needs to be careful himself.
Actually, like getting absolutely pummeled here. Like XM's done a really good job of just shoving the lane in. Now he doesn't have a way for him to help farm under tower.
And he's got Venomous Gale in just a second play that way, but
gotta be a bit careful.
I was gonna say it's not worth it, but why not keep press on, I guess, with creeps under the tower? Especially if you can secure these denies.
I guess so.
Now it's about getting your own CS, though. These creeps under the Dire Tower.
Now the Morphling's level 3, right? So it's, the lane's a little bit easier for him. Like the Venom doesn't really have any kill potential anymore. It's really difficult.
So would would Veno be making moves earlier on? As Emo again, he's taking a lot of damage, but starting to morph into that strength, like you said, it should be a little bit easier for him. He might even get first blood. He goes in on the XM, Fairy Fire, turns around, one more shot. No, gets the salve off. Just barely.
Very close. Like Emo's going to play on the edge like that all the time now, though, because he knows that it's really difficult for the Venom to kill him now. But Emo doesn't have any regen at the moment, so he's having to go down to Flashy and then morph back up again.
Seems like it could be an ill-advised move from Emo. It's putting that much pressure on. Here's the Venomous Gale once again. But swinging his strength, and while that's happening, they could kill up towards top, and they could kill an SRF. But
wait, how?
That was Ollie there too.
Did Firefly just kill him by himself? I feel like that should
never
happen. Like, I don't know.
Victoria getting really low. An aggressive blink from Ame. Terror comes in, and all of a sudden Ame, he is pretty low.
I think the Venge... Did the Venge salve herself by accident? I don't know. Maybe she just meant to do it on purpose, but I don't know what the Same's supposed to do down here. Like, he has to just basically play with the creep wave now. Like, manipulate the creep wave, sorry, with pulling and aggroing and things to get any farm, because he can't go close to get XP. Sorry, to get last hits and stuff. Otherwise, I think he just tanks too much damage.
Is there a point where you leave the Mars by himself?
I haste in small spot, by the way. Are you leaving the house? Denies it with the ward. Well, the Skywrath can't really rotate at this point. Like, he doesn't really have enough. Like, they can't kill Morphling with no Sky.
But is it worth bringing Sky towards bottom?
Probably not. Like, I don't think the Sky wins the lane either. I think you just have to try and pressure as much as you can. I'd rather see the Vent go top and try and force rotations to help with, like, the DK and stuff. Oh, the Spear, top lane.
Yeah, they got the Ogre. This should be at least a kill onto Ollie. And James will be the one who gets credit for it. so 1 kill there for them. And take a look over at Venomancer over mid, has 3 into the Poison Sting, a 1-3-1 build so far, while Morphling goes the 2-0-3. But you know,
I missed the stack.
320 movement speed. Like, how are you rotating with this hero? As Venge did again, second time already.
But like this lane's, this is what I mean. You pick Venge first, and then you picked a carry that just doesn't pair well with the bench, and now they just have to lane that they can't win. Like, he's doing okay with farm. Like, he's not doing too badly, but I think he hasn't got this. Has he got Ring of Health yet? Oh, he does. Right, okay. So it's a little bit easier for him now.
Going forward, turns into the Venomancer, throws the Gale out, but now he puts his attention on it's actually too big for Axum if he can get the kill there and a deny, but James tried for it, and I mean, that's all he really could do in a situation like that.
Yeah, and now because the Venom's have to buy so much regen as well, like he's falling so far behind. He needs to get this like vessel out as quickly as possible, but he's just getting delayed further and further. And they're losing all 3 lanes on CDEC. This is a much better performance from IG. This is what I expected from them. And they play so well with this wall thing. I don't know how it got let through. I feel like this is the bread and butter, right?
Yeah, because both their cores can play it. Or both their 1-2 can play it.
Yeah. It's so well. Like, it's not even like one of them plays it really well and the other's kind of like okay. James is going to come, by the way, you're right.
Go get this Beastmaster. I like the rotation as long as they don't get hit by the arrow, and they just skirted. JT, though, pretty tanky, still survives.
Army's going to die.
Oh my God. No, you cannot be going down like that. At least they get the 1 in return, but they don't get the Beastmaster, who they were originally there for.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, if Sky comes by, I don't know what he does. Like, yeah, killing the Mirana, but I don't know. They just don't have the damage.
I really thought they were going to get the Beastmaster.
He has a helm and will, and he's getting double dumps. Like, he's ridiculously tanky. He's like hard to kill.
Yeah, the Helm of the Iron Will is so good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like, all this armor that comes through means Wave of Terror just doesn't have the same effectiveness as normal. And I will say, Firefly's farming so well up on this top lane. Like, he's just going to start pushing this tower soon again with the DK form. It's a deep chopping form. It's like bottom for me. Jesus.
And XM, he's slow on this Spirit Vessel. Or at least it feels like it's going very slow. He's sitting bottom of the net worth in terms of the 3 cores on CDEC.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're gonna get Ollie at least. But
He hasn't hit the 5.
Ame is dead again.
And now the boars come through.
Yeah, JT's dominating. James into the tower, just trying to survive. Under the evidence snare next, 3 seconds, but under the tower, whoa, Haka getting blown up thanks to the silence too. They will get the kill there on the Skywrath Mage. They lose the courier for
They have the net
JT.
again.
But
They want to go.
He's
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
it seemed to be that extra increased magic damage.
Okay. Is Venge dead?
That silence allowed.
Top lane, top lane.
They're gonna try and go for something here up top. And first, the damage gets the arena, and the spear survives. Emo, he's stuck in the arena. Firefly's dead. XM's here. Emo. Oh boy,
Dire's middle
I
tower
can't
is under
believe
attack.
that. How did the Mars skate that?
When the arena goes down, they lost all the projectiles because they just start hitting the arena wall, right? So like this Morphling's in the middle, but he had to strength morph when he waveformed in to stop himself from dying to the sky silence. So like he stopped doing damage after a little while because he just didn't have any right click damage.
I some of the Dominator too.
Yeah, who does? Mars went for it as well.
Yeah.
Is this good? Playing against Mirana as well. Like, you have to be super careful with how you use that creep.
Giving up 200 gold all the time.
I feel like they need the blink on the Mars this game. Like, how are they going to kill the Morphling without the initiation?
And now he's going Soul Ring and Boots Blink.
Dire's
That
middle
just seems
tower
too slow
is under
though.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Like, how
attack.
Dom's not a bad item in its own right, but James is owning, by the way. It's 5-1 and 2, and he's going for this Atos. Like, he's actually pretty close.
And he's been involved in every single kill. You look at his net worth, he's keeping up with the Mars, and like you said, he's almost got the Rod of Atos. He's just 750 gold.
Like, look at his net worth in comparison to Morales. Like, he's having a great time.
Yes. Anti-Mage desperately needs this Battle Fury, and like we said, it's been 14-minute Battle Furies from the Anti-Mage that we've seen so far, and Fly he'll go with the Midas. That was the JT build.
The Battlefield timing was like Tread's double rate as well. Like, he has brown boots and he's going straight into Battlefield because he had such a rough time. And Fly just has taken the top tier 1 tower here as well. Like, I think he did it a while ago now. But even so, like, both these tier 1 towers have got down to the side lanes.
Missile Mystic Flare, and with the silence, it's an easy kill on the JT, and it is another assist for the Skywrath Mage, but a kill for SRF nonetheless. So
he gets the Dom creep kill as well.
Sitting just 300 and a bit gold, 400 gold off this Rod of Atos.
Radiant's middle tower is under
This
attack.
Venom has Vessel now,
Radiant
so
structures
hoping
are fortified.
that we see a big rotation here from him. Like, yeah, they want to use the arena on the morph, but just gets out.
He stopped his TP.
Yeah, he realized as soon as the morph started running away that it wasn't going to work. But DK just comes over here. They're doing a really good job on CDEC of doing the swap into the pre-cast silence on the target. They want to do it here, I think. Watch.
Oh, one fight here could really put them in a world of hurt. Silence out onto the Morphling, and now that the Poison Nova, but Victoria already dead. JT gets the kill there, and they don't even use the Primal Roar, so they kind of pulled some spells from CDEC and didn't do anything with it.
That was so awkward.
Yeah.
Like, the morph saw the swap coming, so he started strength morphing, and then he was silenced while he was strength morphing. Like, you're not going to find that kill. It doesn't work. He has Vessel, like, and they can look for these kills, but like, you need to get the silence, the Vessel onto the morphing at the same time. Otherwise, he just waveforms away. Like he was up before.
This gal doesn't land on a Kaka. So, Ame, 1100 gold until he's got this Battle Fury. Probably line up around the 14-minute mark. But of course, like you said, without the tread and second rate bend. XM going BKB, Shivas, Mars, going Blink Dagger, has that the boots and soaring that he's looking for, in a smoke from CDEC. If they can catch Fly, this would be great, but he's already into the trees and peeking out.
Yeah, I think they saw, they might have seen it. I don't know if they saw the smoke or not under the ward they have next to the Radiant Tier 2, but he saw that AM coming top, and I think, like, because he knows that nobody's defending mid or bot lane, right? I mean, Veno's mid, but like, they're so desperate to make something happen with this Mars at the moment. Like, this is what I was saying, that he's the only hero they can play around to find kills. Like, you need this arena and you need the spear, which is why I think the blink was so important, but it kind of slowed the tempo of the game down. And this is why I think DK's got Midas. Like, he knows that this Morphling just wants to farm, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, they're ahead, but they don't have to finish the game anytime soon.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fight bottom though, there's the arena, the damage on SRF to get the kill. Mystic Flare on the silence, Morphling with the stun, and the Spirit Vessel, they'll use Mana Boy to get the kill out on the Emo. Rod of Atos picked up by the Skywrath Mage, but nowhere near trying to get one more. They do get the kill on the Morphling, which is the biggest one on the map, it seems, just to slow him down despite not being top of the net worth, but Firefly meanwhile, he'll farm up a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, when he gets that blink, they're going to be really strong on IG. Yeah, they finally managed to get the silence and the Vessel together on the Morphling, and it's just an instant kill, which is really nice. He's BKB next on Vedo, which I think is really important. Because like, this DK is just going to be so strong now. I thought he was going to go BKB after Midas, to be honest, and I thought they were going to go, but like, the initiation's really good for them. They don't have any other blink heroes, right? And they have good follow-up after the blinks. DK. It's like OGA, the Roar as well, if they really need an arrow.
So there's that battle period. Enemy just sitting back. Ooh, Blink Dragon Tail. Now the arrow. He got the battle period at least, but now he's dead. Ame caught in his own jungle, and that's all due to this ward right here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This DK with Bloodlust now, he attacks so fast. He's actually like huge as well. It's not worth it though.
Well, I mean, it's kind of worth it when Kane's getting it himself.
It means that they're 2 heroes down and they can't fight in the Rosh pit now. Like, the Mirana being alive doesn't change whether they do the Rosh or not.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So yeah, both the possibles drop, but IG are just like so much stronger in their cores. They're both a 4-star. Like the sky means more than the Mirana.
Roshan has fallen to the dungeon.
They're gonna kill the Helm of Dawn Creep as well. Extra 200 gold. And they're really struggling to take fights without like any initiation on the Radiant side. They're so reliant on this guy just going in and pressing Atos. And that only works for so long. Like Morphling's gonna have Manta soon. DK's gonna go BKB next. And when those 2 items come out, I really struggle to see how they're gonna kill either of the cores. Do they have any detection? They don't. Oh my goodness.
Primal Roar. And X dead. This is all IG right now, looking like it's setting up for a game 3.
They used Arena top as well to try and kill the DK, like with the Fench as well, but they popped me like Shadow and they didn't have any detection. Like, God, you're playing against Mirana, guys. It feels like they're so sloppy in comparison to last game.
Mystic Flare once again, so they get the kill on this Mirana, but constantly getting pickoffs on the Mirana is not going to change the fact that you guys are sitting 4,000 net worth behind. They'll try to go for the Skywrath. They're committing under this tower. The concussive shot gets him some distance, but the fireballs from Ali is enough to then secure the kill. This is under the tier 2 tower. And Ame will cut the wave. I'm not sure it will matter though.
As much as I like this Venom pick in the draft as well, it feels super lackluster, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't feel like it's done anything all game.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was ever going to be good, chat. Actually, I did. I did say it was going to be good, didn't I?
Yeah, you might have.
Never mind. What a disaster.
They've lost so much map control. So like anti-mage is struggling to find places to farm.
Abel was struggling to farm when he had places to farm. Like,
that is very true.
It's just even harder now. Like he still doesn't have treads on the AM. Yeah, they've just come out on the courier. It's like 17 minutes and he just picks up the treads after Battle Fury. He's like 3 minutes behind where he wants to be. And when that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're playing AM, like it means everything because it slows down your Manta timing, like it slows down your next item timing, and when times are like, I think that they're really struggling to deal with at the moment with how quick the IG are playing the game in terms of tempo. Like you need this AM to be online as quickly as possible.
Let's get the tier 1 tower top. Ame will continue to farm it. It's just about slow pace from IG. They've already got multiple tier 2s gone. Like, this is just not looking like Anti-Mage is going to have enough time to get necessary, especially with the fact that he's 3 minutes behind his originally scheduled program.
I mean, I is doing the right thing though by trying to just split push the waves and things. Right? Like, he knows that they can't fight into them 5-on-5, so he lets them take the tier 2, but at least he's shoving in top lane at the same time. They fake back though on the ID. They want to just fight again. I think they're going to try and take them by surprise here. See, like, see this DK morph? They're going to like link up together.
Arena, and this is the spear, but he's got the rod up, so the father with the Mystic Flare, the click on that JT, but Arrow flies into the Venge. This isn't exactly amazing for IG. If they can get more from the CDEC, that would be great, but how far do you want to commit? Use the Elder Dragon form on Fly. Right behind him, Adaptive Strike. This is just onto a board. 200 gold, though, for Fly.
Yeah, it's the Helm of Dawn Creep on the Mars. It's the Beastmaster's ball that got taken over. But like, yeah, that kill's good though, because it means they can't fight now on IG. Like, because the Beastmaster's dead. You don't want to waste the Aegis like that.
Yeah.
By just taking a bad fight 4-on-5. So now it means that, like, CDEC have delayed the game enough so they can't use this first Aegis to take a big fight on IG. Which is like a great scenario for them to be in now, because they've slowed the game down, right? Which is exactly what they need to do. Venom's about to get BKB as well, which is really nice.
Let's really use that.
I'm still really worried for them about this timing where DK gets BKB and just starts running down lanes and like just killing them. Because Morphling's going to get BKB now at the same time. Like, where's the physical damage on the Radiant side? It's like all magical.
In the sphere with God's Rebuke still following.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
You're able to get these pickoffs, like that's something that can potentially help save your game. It's how you utilize that though, and utilize that goal that you're getting. He's not got anything queued up, but he's got a tone coming out his way. He's already got this Rod of Atos. That's for SRF. He wants the BKB too. So you got BKB close to being finished for Venomancer. Manta soon for the Anti-Mage, but he's still far behind.
I will say that we've seen a lot of AMs just really spike up in farm and like win their games. Even if they were slightly behind before. It feels like most of the AM games we've seen, they were already in front, but like this hero does up against Morphling, it's not an awful matchup, right? Like you get like the Abyss stuff, you can just try and burst Morphling down, especially if you have the Venno on top with like Vest or something. But the game's definitely not over. They need to keep finding like these really good pickoffs and things on CDEC to allow the AM to farm. Like break up this 5 versus 5 that IG want to do. Oh my god.
I feel like a potential fight.
Radiant's
Shadow Dragon Tail comes through out onto the Skywrath, but they don't get the kill on him, and now they're going to lose Firefly so fast. Poison over with BKB, Bye-bye XM. Looking over at Kaka, he's just going to TP out. They're all going to just TP out. However, the Euls comes in from Kaka. I don't know if he wants to do that. Yeah, he might be dead. Gale? Yeah, it's got the tick. So 2 for 1.
I am hitting the mid 2-1 at the same time. That was so good for CDEC. I have no idea why IG tried to take that fight just then. The DK had BKB on his courier about 5 seconds away, and he like decided to blink in and just instantly dies to the burst damage of the Sky and the Sky and the Mars. And Ollie's
middle tower has fallen.
in deep doo-doo, I think. Oh no, maybe not. The juice around the trees. What a play!
Magic Missile, Necro Creep. Grab some gold, right? Chunk of gold for XM. Getting close on the Shivas. And then now AM got Manta.
Yeah, like this AM Manta's really good. I just don't understand why IG have just shot themselves in the foot by taking that fight before DK had BKB. Like he was literally about to become invincible. But instead he just dies instantly.
Mm-hmm. If they want to, yeah, smoke. Thanks. They'll go for it. They're going to try and make something happen with a new BKB. Moving forward, it's about to be quickly. Magic Missile is out, and now they found the Anti-Mage. They've got the Sun over from Primal Roar. He's got the Spell Block. The Arena comes in, and they've got JT. BKB from XM as well as Firefly and Emo. So XM on the run. His BKB is a second shorter. And he does end up dying. They'll trade a mid for an offlaner, but AM stays alive, and that's the most important part.
I'm pretty sure he roared himself on Beastmaster.
He might have with the spell block, yeah.
Yeah, I think he did. Look at the net worth of the AM though, sorry. Like you say, because he's alive. Like he's allowed to just carry on farming here. Like he goes through the ancients.
More. But he's taking so much damage on me. Oh,
never in doubt.
Radiant are scanning.
Never in doubt.
He tried a man fight and almost paid dearly.
Well, he didn't try to man fight. He tried to farm the ancients, and the Morphling just shot at the same time.
Fair enough. And now the Rod of Atos out on the fly part. They've been able to get this time again. Rod of Atos runs out. Arrow in onto the Skywrath. Clumsy net is used. SRF though, he doesn't have Arena for 10 more seconds, and now IG are coming their way. Spear thrown. SRF thinking about maybe going with the Arena. It's up in 4 seconds, but the Spear as he morphs. They've got the swap that'll keep Mars alive. BKB been popped by Emo. Victoria, he is at least going to die eventually. SRF now with God's Rebuke for the BKB last enough, and as well with the waveform, will close the gap to get the kill on to a second.
I mean, look at AM, but at the same time, like he's trying to find this Beastmaster.
Radiant structures are
Doesn't look
fortified.
like he'll get it. Tier 3's chunking. Firefly has to be a little bit careful.
As soon as past the DK in farm.
And he's got that Bastion as well. It's like when these beakies get popped. Problem is, I don't think he can fight the Morphling still, even with the Bastion. The Morphling's just absolutely destroying him, and he's gone Crystallis as well. I really like that. I think Emo has to go like raw right-click damage to fight against that AM in his BKB duration.
Anti-mage is going Halberd.
Yeah, Morphling, range carry, get the Halberd. And that might actually allow him to, if he can get the Halberd off before the BKB goes off, it would be insanely good. Because Morphling doesn't have shotgun, like doesn't have the E-blade build. It's all in off like this physical right damage. So Halberd goes up in value massively. It's only a few hundred gold off. I don't know if he's going to get it in time. He might have to sell his orb.
They have a blink dagger available here on Mars, but they're in a rush. They need to make a move now, and I think it's already too late. The smoke with the Moonlight Shadow, they need to run, and this is just... I honestly think CDEC was way too slow on that.
And they just get the D-Ward straight away.
Dire's courier has
He's going to have to just go up to the map and try and pull things out. Be as annoying as possible.
They're doing a very good job of cutting the creep waves. Really good job.
Dire are scanning.
Bird TP. Ooh.
Dire's bottom
Hero's
tower
coming,
is
too.
under attack.
Can they try and head top here to find the Morphling? He's sat by himself. I know he has Aegis, but if you can take that away from him.
I don't have a smoke though. They'll spot this ward. They'll take away the vision, but now that they know that they're there, and Morphling is so close to them. Sitting surprised on the edge.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Everybody here, IG. They're still gonna fight. They're up 5,000. Things looking okay for CDC for a second, but as I say that, SRF gets blown up very quickly. Primal Roar waveform with the damage coming in from Morphling is more than enough to get the kill.
Oh, he didn't have BKB yet. Okay. So now as well. Oh my god.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
Oh my god, it's actually Game of Thrones now in the OGA Dota studio.
They're gonna go for XM. They have the Rod of Beatos as well as the Magic Missile, but do you have the dash to get the kill on a Fly?
Bloodless Dragon, man.
Dire's bottom
They're outputting a lot of damage, but eventually he'll eat the cheese. They'll take the tier 3. Anti-Mage trying to pressure in the bottom lane at least as much as he can. He's now level 20. TPing back, pulling Dragon Tail for them to prevent Uzi from popping around the horn. The Mystic Player's down on a Fly. They're doing a lot of damage. They have enough to get the kill. He gets back with the BKB. Anti-Mage now blinks away the arena down to get the kill on a Fly. They look over at Emo. They've got themselves the Rod of Beatos. Do they have anything else to go with this? Mystic Flare, I believe, it's still on cooldown. Yeah, for 25 seconds. They got the Aegis out of the hands. They might be able to kill him the second time. They've gotten themselves the spear. They've locked him up. They got the damage. They got the kill. Yes, they will. So they'll take out Evo. They look over at Kako and try to TP up, but the clumsy net is there. They'll finish off the 4th. IG hold despite the fact that they lose tier 3 and the melee racks.
I think it's so worth it though. Like, yeah, you lose the melee racks, which isn't good, but you like gave yourself such a massive amount of gold from that fight. Like AM all of a sudden he has Skadi. So he like gains this massive influx of power in the game.
Let's keep it up. I wouldn't mind seeing him in Abyssal. I think they need that little extra step of lockdown.
I think the Skadi's so good against the Morphling though, because it's the healing. Like
Yeah.
This game has much value.
Afterwards, though, I would love to see him go Abyssal.
And the Morphling's BKB is down to 7 seconds now. So like, as it gets lower, these fights get really difficult. Like you're playing against Veno, AM, Mars, right? And there's this guy who is outputting such a huge amount of damage. I love that he's going Shadow Blade as well. Like, the thing is, he needs to be just surviving the fight so he can keep getting his damage off. But he's also probably going to go Hex next. So if you can get like a Shadow Blade into Hex as your next like item build, it could be really great.
The high ground. They get the stun out on the Mars, but you'll go with the Ogre, who's already dead. But goes to the back, goes to XM as well as James. Remember to the Mars. Now, Waveform Poker goes deep tap and strap. Gets alright, pops BKB. He gets the arena down, but he's not going to get the spear to follow up. Now, looking over at Ame, taking a lot of damage here. The block by getting low, man. If always going to be used, they get the kill on this PK. Now, poke over the bling. Oh, Emo! He gets taken out so fast afterwards. Now, without mana is JT, they'll pop themselves Moonlight Shadow. The chase is on. They've got the dust. They'll get the kill. This is going to be a full team of CDEC and an even game, or that's actually not even true. It's a lead for CDEC.
Okay, so there's something we need to talk about here. So he has Vessel on Veno, right? Which reduces the healing of the attribute shift. He has Shivas, which now also reduces the...
Scotty.
And there's a Skadi on the AM. This attribute shift basically doesn't do anything unless he has BKB on. Can't let go. That's insane.
Is under attack.
And he's got the Voodoo Mask coming out on the Velo now as well. Like all of a sudden, like look at the net worth growth for this game. It's actually just a mountain.
Has fallen.
And then in 4-5 actually, he has DD on the AM.
Well, lost it 2-3 from Paul Beachy.
Oh my god, the bloodlust. Yeah, that's insane.
Don't pull it, Beachy, Ame. Did you not hear what I said?
He's just got the ogre
for it, and he's got the double damage, so he just going the ogre, and that's a tier 3 that uses immediate attacks.
It's so good because it gets rid of the bloodlust as well. Like, so when the cores respawn here, they're not going to have the bloodlust. I think XM has to give his life up there.
He's got the BKB though. He's pretty tanky. He got himself a lot of them. Pops the BKB. They get from over Fly coming over. They're because of BKB's being caught by Fly. And Kaka taking some damage. Now they've got the swap down to keep Venomancer alive. The damage is going to be felt. Fly. He's now without a BKB. Ame looks over. Silence. Mystic Flare comes out. Ame committing onto the DK. They'll get the kill. They'll lose XM.
What has happened?
He does not have buyback.
What has happened in the last like 5 minutes?
7K net worth lead.
Oh my god.
It's mine.
This is such a comeback from CDEC and then some.
I don't know if it's a comeback as much as it is like a massive mistakes though from IG as well. Like that top fight before when they fought without the DK having BKB, like all sorts. I knew this Veno pick would come through. Never in doubt.
We've got a VOD.
I'm gonna try and work out how much the healing reduction is. A sec. Okay, so they have 40% from the Skadi, so that's 60% left. And then
Is it in that? What order is it in?
it doesn't matter, it's all the same no matter how you multiply it. Okay. And then it's 25% of the remaining 60%, so that's 45% effectiveness. And then the vessel is, if the vessel is active as well, that reduces it by 45%. So that's like, it's like just below 30% effectiveness healing if they stack everything up. And then you have, it doesn't the poison sting as well, like have HP reach. Oh my god. It goes down to like 20% then. That's crazy. So instead of attributing shift like 9, he's actually shifting like 2. It goes back down to like level 1.
Oh, they found Fly, Abyssal Blade into the spear. They'll get the kill. No buyback. 80 seconds.
And I think, do they just wait? Yeah, the Roche is up here as well. I think they just get to Roche there.
Refresher on the axe.
I think James has been the big the big MVP for me, though. This guy, I've kept them in the game for so long. 10, 5, and 12.
He had such a good start. He was able to get into the Rod of Atos, and you saw what the Mystic Foes were able to accomplish. There was a couple of kills there with the Ancient Seal Mystic Flare combo that blew them out. They don't finish the Roche.
I think they're worried about
DK.
They're worried about the DK buyback. They don't know that he doesn't have it.
But now they go after Beastmaster. He's out of mana, he's out of time, he's out of life. Wait for him forward, looking over at Victoria. They'll get the kill there on Venge, and now Ollie ends up dead. So now it's just the Morphling, but the second he gets Ashed, he's in so much trouble. They can continue to chase him with an Abyssal up in 16, but might as well let him leave and then go back in row.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Did they have vision on the high ground there on CDEC? I think it was just the Venno was. I don't know. I don't think AM cares about anything in the game anymore. Ever since he's got this Scardy, right? And now he has a pistol as well. Like, I don't think he thinks there's anything that can kill him anymore. So he's just not afraid to blink up into areas without vision. Like, he can just pop the spell shield at the same time, right? And then assess the situation. Because he knows he's not going to get 100 to 0'd unless he gets like roared or something. Which, as long as he pops spell shield, won't happen.
Yeah. He's hard to kill, and he didn't go to the mana cooldown. He went to the 20% counter spell magic resistance. So it's at such a high number. Like I don't know. He's so tanky, so strong. Like even with the primal roar and everything, it just feels like it may not even be enough.
Find everybody here. They dropped the observer on the high ground. They might try and fight around this on IG, but I mean, AM has Aegis, like, and a moon shard consumed.
So farmed.
They're holding each other's hands, but I'm pretty sure they can just jump in. Like they're gonna keep like, the Venom wards further and further in, and eventually they're gonna spot them.
Basically corralling them. I think Venomancer is the Australian Shepherd corralling the sheep. Or a sheepdog. I could have just went the easy route.
Oh, and he popped the DK form.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
He really needs a damage up on this DK, or he's like tickling. Like the Bloodlust is nice and it increases his damage output, but you need the damage up on top.
Just like make 206. It's not enough.
He needs to make the Bloodlust attack speed actually value, right, by having the damage. It's not there. They're playing really well under their vision, though, on CDEC at the moment. They're not afraid to, like...
Radiant are scanning.
Take fights here. Yeah, it's going to smoke up.
Potatoes for the more point. Maybe he can hold the game, but it is very tough because they've got that control. They have an Abyssal into a spear as well as Rod of Atos. Like, what do you do?
Yeah. He has a Wolf Creep following on Mars as well, which is going to increase the damage up.
There's the Abyssal on the Kaka. There's no way he gets out of this one.
I think everybody else is speed out there, right?
Yeah. I don't want to for 50. Yeah.
I feel like, was it yesterday we talked about how a lot of these Marauders have felt so effective in the games we've watched them, right? Like, that they always get like this Greaves at a really good time and stuff, because like, they just find farm with the arrow and stuff early on. I actually haven't seen like Kaka like all game, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, some of the arrows have been nice, but like
we haven't screened for an arrow that has like split the seas and landed. I think it's been pretty, for the arrows. It's been pretty just like roar into the arrow, but that was early game. Like late game, it hasn't seemed to go that way.
But he's also just had no farm, right? Like if you look at the IG cores, all three of them want to be pushing waves out and farming, right? So there's nowhere that this Mirana can be like pushing a lane out or getting her own items. It's not like she's paired up with a Mars who's moving around the map trying to find kills. Like this Beastmaster's a lot more static. They have to get back and defend it. Morphling doesn't have TP quite yet. He's just come off cooldown.
Dire structures are fortified.
And Beastmasters is on cooldown as well. Like they're going to lose another tier 3 here because of this. Cloud9 Gaming.
What do you think of Ahmed? He's got himself aided.
Oh, he just
oh my god, Fly immediately killed. Victoria's gonna get low and might ultimately fall, but he's past the cheese and he eats it. So the Venge survived. Yeah, he stunned himself and then he was swapped into the arena as well as the Mystic Flare. They lose a set of racks on that. I mean, mid is about to go down too, and then they can just maybe even go tier 4s. Why go bottom?
What is Fly expecting to happen there?
It's under attack.
I'm just going to casually stun this AM. Like,
a Kaka, they're going to go in deep with this. God Rebuke, Spear hits. Kaka gets back to the well. They almost lose themselves the age of the Primal Roar coming out onto the Venomancer, but it's still not enough with the 4 sticks as well as the swap in for Victoria, who's got himself another save. So 42 seconds without the DK. Can they fight 4v5? A couple of these heroes sitting at about half health inside of CDEC, but they're going to commit to the tier 4s and try to finish this off. Try to put themselves in the upper bracket final. But
no, there's no more here now, though.
Yeah, there's not much IQG can do on this.
Okay, they get the use into the arrow, maybe?
Minotaur on the horn.
And Aegis is down here. Do they really want to go for this? Like, DK's up in 13 seconds. I feel like they don't need to. Just be patient, see that.
Goes Yinchin, and he's going to go for Emo. He'll use that Mantic. He's got the damage to take out Ollie. Mana is used on Emo, so that pushes him back a little bit. But now the buyback's used by Ollie, and they got all 5 heroes back alive for the side of IG. There's the arena. Speared out of the arena. Fly with BKB. He goes after Ekman. It's hard to use Nova Emo with the link as V-Pop. Low on mana. Now Silence. Skywrath Mage trying to do it again. James is being pretty much ignored. They're going with the damage coming in from Mana Mage out of the Ancient. Can they get the Ancient and take the 2-0? Yes, they can. CDEC push IG to the lower bracket. They secure themselves a seat in the upper bracket final against Vici, and it's 2 2-0s to round the day out. Nicely done by CDEC.